What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the updates, at least the length of updates, when you can expect how long they're going to last into the future for the Galaxy S21 series of phones. Let's talk about it. So generally, phones now are guaranteed about 3 years worth of updates. What's that lead us into which year? So here's the breakdown of it. So the Galaxy S21 series of phones should get Android 12, Android 13, and Android 14, leading you into just like system updates up into January of 2024. At the very least, January 2024, it should get all those Android updates. Now, what about the security updates? Security updates should last until about 2025. Early 2025 is when those updates should cease to happen on this phone. Now, I'm pulling all this information in the article because I wrote a nice little article from Galaxy Club. I'll link it down below if you want to check that out. The reason I bring this up is because some people keep their phones for a really, really long time. You might be interested in, how long is that phone going to get updates and be secure? That's pretty much how secure it'll be up until about 2025, but system updates, again, 2024. Last two stories are pretty much the same, but for the different phones. And I've been talking about little bits and pieces of all the things that have been missing for the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and not so much the 21 and the 21 Plus. I'm gonna cover all three phones today and talk about things that they have maybe less than the previous generation. Before I jump into it, I still believe the 21, 21 Plus, and 21 Ultra are very nice phones, especially the 21 Ultra. It's basically seemingly the most perfect phone ever for the most part, so let's talk about it. So with the S21 Ultra, I've covered some of this stuff before, but we'll talk about it real quick here in a list. You're losing your micro SD card slot for expandable storage. You're losing MST wireless payment in some parts of the world, which allow you to use Samsung Pay on a swiping terminal. You'll still have Samsung Pay, but you have to use NFC built into it now. Also, slower charging, 25 watt on the 21 Ultra versus 45 watt that was on the S20 Ultra, so a little bit slower charging, but generally they were very similar in speeds overall, so not a huge difference. Smaller display, 6.8 versus 6.9. Again, not a huge difference, but it is something to take hold of. No charger or headphones included in the box with the S21 Ultra. Last year, the S20 Ultra definitely came with a charger, and if I remember correctly, it also came with wired USB-C headphones. And that's pretty much it for the things missing on the 21 Ultra. What about the 21 and the 21 Plus? So the 21 and 21 Plus only have maxed out 1080p displays. Now they do run 120 Hertz if you want them to, but the max resolution is 1080p. We've seen 2K Plus, the aka WQHD Plus, previous years. You cannot get that. Next up, no expandable storage, aka no micro SD card slot on these phones, so you're gonna have to buy, if you want more storage, you're gonna have to buy the larger version of the phone. What about less RAM? There's now less RAM on the phone. You only get 8 gigabytes of RAM across the board for these Galaxy S21 and 21 Plus versions. Last year they had 12 gigabytes of RAM, so they lowered that. The regular S21 has a plastic back, so if you hate plastic, you're gonna have that. To me, not a big deal. I don't mind plastic at all, but you're gonna have a case on it anyway, which is also made of plastic most likely. S21 Plus loses a camera versus the S20 Plus. Again, not a huge deal, but it has one less camera. MST again is gone, which allows you to do Samsung Pay on swiping terminals. No charger or wired headphones inside of the box with the Galaxy S21, S21 Plus. But what do you guys think? Does it still make these phones really, really good, even though they're maybe less in some areas or missing things that the last generation had? That is your question of the day. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your answers in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys down the road.